Hi, I'm Kelly Lopez.
Hi, I'm Ashima Segal.
And I'm Bonnie McRellis, and today we'll be introducing the talking drawing strategy. This strategy was developed in 1992 by Susan McConnell. This strategy is also similar to other teaching strategies such as the concept map, GLAD strategy, and the KWL chart. This strategy is useful in areas of comprehension in specific subjects such as science, social studies, and language arts. The talking strategy is useful for all grade levels, but today we will be demonstrating the talking drawing strategy with a 7th grade lesson on photosynthesis. The talking drawing strategy involves translating the mental images that we develop into simple drawings. The drawings then become the basis for exploring and understanding and a bridge for assisting and enhancing learning.
Description of talking drawing strategy. Talking drawing strategy connects a simple system of drawing with writing, develop oral language skills and listening comprehension. It enables children to combine the prior knowledge about a topic with new information derived from the text. The student translates recent acquired understandings into illustrations and then further elaborate their understandings through discussions with partners. A teacher can begin assessing students' prior knowledge by asking them to imagine a particular concept in their mind and draw a picture that shows what they think about. During the drawing time, the class atmosphere is more lively as students represent their mental images on the paper and share the ideas about the concept. These initial drawings are often very broad and lack details. The student can discuss their drawings with their partners and compare and contrast them. Later, they go ahead and read the book and learn more about the concept. Throughout the reading, the teacher pauses to highlight the important features of the text. After the read aloud and the discussions, the students are asked to revisit their first drawing and produce a new, more detailed drawing. They would label the drawing with the terminologies they had acquired from listening the text. Finally, the students are asked to write a short paragraph telling how their drawing has changed and what they have learned. In reviewing the students' pre-learning drawings and their post-learning drawings, the teacher is able to assess the students' prior knowledge as well as their comprehension attained from the read aloud and classroom discussion. That is, pre-instruction and post-instruction understanding of the topic. Often students can draw what they cannot explain. Talking drawing strategy provides an opportunity for students to use artwork to depict their understanding of topics, incorporating new knowledge with prior knowledge. It provides a basis for developing background knowledge and creates students' interest and motivation for more in-depth investigation of the topic. Talking drawing strategy is useful in teaching abstract topics in a more concrete manner. It can be applied in different content areas like language arts, vocabulary, biographies, stories, introduction and post-assessment, representation of a literary character, social science, historical events and characters, science, parts of living things, earth science, life science, rock cycles, and photosynthesis.
I'll be talking about the identification of the types of students that would help and the accommodations. The talking drawing strategy would be useful for students at all grade levels. However, it is especially useful for students who struggle in the area of comprehension, in language arts, social studies, and science. It's also useful for students who may struggle in explaining the newly learned content. Talking drawings allow students to use artwork to interpret their understanding of topics and incorporate new knowledge with prior knowledge. Some accommodations could be made for students who might have trouble reading the text or students who might have trouble drawing or writing. A student who would have trouble reading the text would be able to listen to it aloud through either a tape or have it read aloud to them by either a teacher or student. Also, a student who may struggle with drawing might be able to paste pictures instead of drawing. A student who struggles in writing can orally describe the difference between his or her pictures.
So this lesson we're going to be talking about photosynthesis. I'm going to link the previous lesson with the current lesson by using this tablet as an assistive technology. What I'm going to do is I'm drawing a animal cell, and then here I'm going to draw a plant cell, and then I'm going to ask the students to go ahead and label some of the key parts of these cells. So Bonnie, what's the difference between an animal cell and a plant cell?
The plant cell has a chloroplast.
All right, very good. Can you draw a chloroplast for me, please?
Sure.
All right, excellent. What else does a plant cell have?
Cell wall.
All right, great. Can you please draw the cell wall? All right, excellent. And what part do both animal cells and plant cells have? Do you remember that part that holds the DNA?
The nucleus?
That's right, very good, the nucleus. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the nucleus. Okay.
I like this, Miss Lopez, and I like how you can see it on the screen and the whole class can see what I'm drawing.
All right, great, I'm glad. So let's go ahead and label our parts. So I'm going to label the chloroplast for me, please. All right, excellent. And then you said that this other structure here is the cell wall. Can you label the cell wall as well?
Sure.
All right, excellent. Thank you. All right, class, as you can see, we are talking about the cell wall and the chloroplast. Today, I'm actually going to be focusing mostly on the chloroplast and how it relates to photosynthesis. So let's go ahead and start with our lesson. All right, now I'm going to be talking about how to use this strategy. So like we said earlier, today we're going to be doing photosynthesis. What I would do is first ask my students, all right, you guys, I want you to close your eyes and draw what you know about photosynthesis. So go ahead and take a moment and draw that. All right, great, thank you. So class, what do you know about photosynthesis?
The water is absorbed from the roots.
Okay, great. You know that we need water for photosynthesis. And you said that it's absorbed through roots?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So I'm going to draw some roots. All right, great. Is there anything else that you remember about photosynthesis?
It is a process of making food.
Okay, so it makes food. What does it make food for?
The leaves.
Okay, so it does have to do with plants, doesn't it?
Right.
So I'm going to draw a
Oh, and the sun.
Oh, and we also have the sun. Very good.
Then
All right.
we need the gases.
And there are some gases involved. Does anyone know which gases are involved in photosynthesis?
Carbon dioxide.
Okay. And do you guys know, what do plants produce for us? What do we need to breathe?
Oxygen.
All right, very good. All right, excellent. So now what I'd like you to do is please open your books to page 49 and let's read about photosynthesis. Now that you've learned more about photosynthesis, I would like you to draw a second picture to show what you've learned. So I want you to make sure that you add the details of photosynthesis that we've learned, what part of the leaf is it happening in, what particular cell structure is it happening in, what's going into photosynthesis and what's coming out of photosynthesis, and what's being produced. So go ahead and take a moment and draw that picture, please. Back to the okay. All right, great. Now that we've drawn our pictures, I would like to find out, class, what did you learn about photosynthesis? Bonnie, what did you learn?
I learned that carbon dioxide and water goes into the chloroplast.
Okay, great. So we have carbon dioxide. And look, you guys remembered that from earlier. Very good. And we also have water going in, and you said into the chloroplast.
Yes.
All right, very good. So the chloroplast is where photosynthesis takes place. So it goes into the chloroplast. And that's kind of our little factory, isn't it?
Yes.
So when it goes into the chloroplast, what's being produced?
Oxygen.
Okay, very good. We have oxygen
And glucose.
and glucose. Excellent.
Which is the food.
All right, excellent. And then there's one more thing that's being produced. Do you remember what that was?
Can't quite remember.
All right. Well, the big thing that's being produced is energy. And energy is what we all need, plants and animals, in order to function. So that's very good. That's exactly what is going in and out of photosynthesis. Excellent job. All right, so I see that our drawings after and before are different. We are missing one thing from our current drawing. Can you tell what that one thing is? Not only do we need carbon dioxide, water, we need one more very important part.
The sun.
The sun, that's right. So the sun is what gives us the energy, or gives the plants the energy to make this process happen. Excellent. All right, now that we've drawn our before, what we knew, and our after, what we've learned picture, I would like you to take a moment and go ahead and write down what are some key changes, what are some things that you notice from your before and after picture. So go ahead and take a minute and write that down, please.
Okay. I'm too tired to write.
All right.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah, go ahead, Bonnie. What are some of the things that you noticed about your before picture and your after picture?
The chloroplast. This has the chloroplast in there.
Okay, very good. And so what we know is that what's happening inside of the chloroplast? What's taking place in the chloroplast?
Chloroplast is inside. It's getting water
Mm-hmm.
and carbon dioxide,
Mm-hmm.
and then it ends up making, because it's a factory, it makes glucose and oxygen.
All right, very good. What do we call this process?
Photosynthesis.
Very good, that's right. And does photosynthesis occur in animal cells or plant cells?
No, only plant cells, because animal cells don't have a chloroplast, so
That's right.
photosynthesis can occur.
Very good, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Lopez.
You're welcome. All right, so at the end, I'd probably bring the class back together, and then we would go ahead and tell what the changes from their before picture and their after picture, and then I would list maybe some of the students what they found as the change.
The talking drawing strategy is a useful tool in helping all learners comprehend various texts and different content areas.
In order to move the talking drawing strategy beyond a teaching strategy to a classroom assessment technique, a teacher only has to collect the drawings and use the information to make adjustment in the classroom instruction. Because the information is visual, it can be scanned quickly and misconceptions are easy to identify.
Thanks for watching, and I hope that you can use this talking drawing strategy in your classroom.